Friends, Cowboy Jobu here with the Jobu Report. As always, I'd like to thank you for being part of the Jobu Report by subscribing. Boy, first take, Stephen A. Smith is about to lose his mind with the Dallas Cowboys winning. There's rumors that he won't show up Monday if the Cowboys beat the Steelers. Let's go to that tape.
I'm Molly Karam. Good day, guys.
What's up, Stephen A?
What's up? What's up? Good morning. How y'all doing?
What's up? You ready?
I'm always ready. What's wrong?
Born ready. You know who's not ready? Tony Romo. He's not expected to be active this Sunday, sources telling our Adam Schefter and Adam Kaplan. So it'll be Dak Prescott in his 7-1 Cowboys heading to the Steel City to face the 4-4 Steelers. Big Ben still working his way back from knee surgery. The Cowboys are currently first in the NFC, while the Steelers wouldn't be in the playoffs if the season ended today. Vegas has Pittsburgh favored by 2.5. Stephen A., is this a must-win for your Steelers?
I don't think there's any question that it's a must-win. The Baltimore Ravens seem to have corrected themselves to some degree. They certainly beat the Pittsburgh Steelers last week. I think when you also look at the Pittsburgh Steelers and what we're seeing from them right now, there's an identity crisis. I mean, as I'm looking at them right now, I'm wondering what the hell is going on. I know D'Angelo Williams getting ready to have knee surgery. You still have Le'Veon Bell. You still have Antonio Brown. You still have Sammy Coates, Darius Hayward-Bay and the crew. I don't understand for the life of me why this offense hasn't been more potent. I know that Big Ben Roethlisberger was a bit rusty. Landry Jones did tell us all not to panic. Did reminded us why there's every reason to panic whenever he's out there. But in the end, what we're seeing from the Pittsburgh Steelers right now is a shell of themselves. And I think that this is one of those must-win situations, because if they continue to struggle the way that they have been struggling, then I think they could potentially nosedive. I know Big Ben Roethlisberger, he's good at home. He's undefeated at home, 12 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions at home, whereas it's 5-5 on the road with a 1-3 record. But he's just not himself right now. We know that. I think he came back last week to kind of work out the doldrums, the rust off, because he had been out the 2 previous weeks. But in the end, what this comes down to is that you're going up against a team for the first half of this season in the Dallas Cowboys that have been one of the best teams in the NFL. And if you are the Pittsburgh Steelers and you know the history of the Steelers and the history of the Dallas Cowboys, to allow this fraudulent franchise known as America's team by many, as the Dallas Cowboys, to walk into your house and to find a way to take you out is just something I find and I deem to be relatively inexcusable. I think the Pittsburgh Steelers have to step up. They have to rise to the occasion. They have to embrace the challenge. They have to remember what the black and gold is all about. They have to remember the fact that they have 6 championships on their resume in franchise history with 8 Super Bowl appearances, and they've got to show up and get it done. I believe they will. I believe they understand the urgency of the moment, and I'm rolling with the Steelers to beat the Cowboys, if for no other reason than I am allergic to picking the Cowboys against my Steelers. I'm not having it. I don't want to hear Dallas Cowboy fans' mouth. I don't even know why. I don't even want to think about and imagine what my week is going to be like if the Steelers were to lose this game. Matt Kellerman, they are going to do this for me. They're going to do this, Mike Tomlin. Big Ben Roethlisberger.
For you and your timeline.
They're going to do it for me.
For you and your timeline. Could you imagine the harassment that Stephen A. Smith takes on his timeline if the Cowboys beat the Steelers?
Don't put that on me, bro. Don't say that to me. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to reach out to all the dudes on the Steelers that I know, Matt.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell them, this is it. If there's one game on this schedule you better win, it better be this Sunday. Because I can't take it. I can't take it if they lose to the Cowboys.
What I love about the Steelers and Cowboys matchup is that it pits the 2 national teams against each other. Apologies to the Raiders and a few others that have a national following, but the national teams are the Cowboys and the Steelers, in the sense that out-of-market rooting interests, the incorrect one, but the more popular choice, is the Cowboys. The correct out-of-market rooting interest, but the less popular one, is the Pittsburgh Steelers. So when they play each other, it's like the fate of the moral football universe is on the line. And I don't think this is a must-win for Pittsburgh, Stephen A. They're half a game out in a division that doesn't look all that tough. I mean, the Ravens are in first place. They're not that good. They're not that good. They'd be 1 game out if they lost this game. And when you look at the schedule, Cowboys look like the toughest game, at least on paper, for the rest of the season. Cleveland, twice. They haven't played Cleveland yet. They get them twice. They get the Colts on the road. They get the Giants at home. They get the Bengals. They haven't been world beaters. They're not bad, but they haven't been world beaters. On the road, I mean, this is just not a difficult schedule here. And then when they play the Ravens again, it's at Pittsburgh, where, as you mentioned, not only is Roethlisberger better, but the Steelers are much better, outscoring opponents by 11.5 points a game. They're scoring over 28 points a game, and they have over 400 yards of offense at home. What you point out about Ben Roethlisberger in the offense, I think it's one of the reasons Roethlisberger's actually underrated. Think about what that Pittsburgh offense looks like when he's not on the field. It's like people forget how to run and catch. When he's on the field, everyone on offense gets better, especially at home, yes. So this week, will he be back to the Ben Roethlisberger we know, considering what he looked like last week and considering the knee surgery? Maybe not yet, but even if they lose, they'll be one game back of the Ravens with that schedule I just pointed to you. This is a must-win. It's a must-win game for you emotionally, yes, but is it a must-win game really for the Steelers?
Listen, let me tell you something. First of all, I understand the Browns, even though that's Cleveland, that's Pittsburgh, and you just never know because Pittsburgh has a history of losing the games they're supposed to win. I mean, if there is one knock to have against Mike Tomlin, I think they like 5-17 against teams that are under 500 in his career, the kind of teams he's supposed to beat. So you just never know. You can't underestimate that. Sometimes guys get to lag a little bit because they're a bit overconfident. But if you look at the rest of the schedule, Max Kellerman, I'm sorry, all of a sudden, your choice for league MVP at the beginning of the season, Andrew Luck, is not dangerous at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's the NFL.
I beg
It's the
to differ.
NFL. It's not, they're all dangerous.
Wait a minute. It's the Cowboy. You don't be literal. Answer my damn question. Don't take it literal. Like, you know exactly what I'm trying to say.
Go Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck at home,
Yeah,
your MVP
yes.
candidate for the beginning of the season. He ain't dangerous? Of course he's dangerous.
My argument is not that they couldn't lose to the Colts or my Giants or the Bengals, who are decent. That's not my argument. My argument is when you look at the schedule, you don't see any games where you go, that's a loss. Not even one where you're like, that's a loss.
Take into consideration, you got Indianapolis on the road. You got the Giants. I can't sleep on them with Odell Beckham Jr. against this Steelers secondary. Are you kidding me? I'm scared he might have 300 yards.
Shepard.
Okay. Then you got a game at Buffalo. Buffalo they're a bunch of rough riders at home. We can't ignore that.
Okay, my
you
point
got
is
Cincinnati.
Stephen A. There's no Seattle. There's no New England. There's no even
But
Atlanta
the Steelers are
or
not the
Oakland.
Steelers.
Okay,
But the Steelers are not the
if you-
Steelers.
put it
That's
this
the
way,
point.
If you said who are the top 5 teams in the league, none of them appear on the schedule after the Cowboys game, where, by the way, the Steelers are favored. And let me just
But the
say
Steelers
about
ain't
this
the
game.
top 5.
And let me just say about this game that I also think the Steelers can win, that neither defense is very good. The Cowboys defense looks better than it is because of ball control. But in this case, I don't think either defense is going to be able to stop the other offense. And in a situation like that, do you like the offense that runs the ball or the offense that throws the ball? I like the offense that throws the ball, and to me, that's Roethlisberger to Antonio Brown. Never mind Le'Veon Bell, who we all know is, if Zeke looks better now, it's because of the success of the Cowboys. Le'Veon Bell, when healthy, is the best back in the league. I think the Steelers can win this game, and this is the toughest game on their schedule.
Le'Veon Bell is averaging 4.5 yards a carry. He's also fresh off of a 14 carry for 32-yard performance against the Baltimore Ravens. Somehow, some way, they're going to have to get him going. There's no doubt about that. Antonio Brown, I'm just looking at it right now. I'm looking at his numbers, and I got to tell you, Max, I ain't overly impressed. This is a dude that's had 1,400, 1,600, 1,800 yards the last 3 seasons. 8 games in, he's got 55 receptions for 677 yards. Now, Ben Roethlisberger were out 2 for 3 games. All I'm saying to you is this. There's reason for concern. I'm worried, but damn it, the Steelers better come through for me this week.
What's that tell you about Antonio
Period.
Brown? You know what it tells me? He's due for like a 300-yard game. He's due to go bananas right now. I'm not worried about Antonio Brown.
Steelers got this.
Well, I hope you're right.
I got a good feeling about it.
I hope you're right.
Max, you think they're going to
I
win it?
hope y'all can have y'all feelings, but y'all ain't the ones that's going to be suffering if they lose Monday, if they lose when he come in on Monday.
You need to learn about my intuition and feelings. You need to stick with me. I think the Steelers got
By the way, that's the one silver lining for me is I get to torture you on Monday if they lose.
Half of the Cowboys people are
I might
your
not
best
show up.
friends anyway.
Hold on. Hold on. I feel a cold coming on. I might not be here Monday.
You are
I
always
might
here.
call in sick Monday.
Yeah,
I might call in sick Monday.
okay.
I'm telling you right now, I just can't take the Cowboys. I just can't take it. The Dallas Cowboys have to lose this weekend. They just have to lose. I just can't take it. I can't take their fans. I can't
Steven,
take
no
it.
days
They
off,
gotta
Smith.
lose.
He'll be here. Don't you worry. He'll be here, people. Stay tuned either way. But we need our first take fan to get involved. Get on Twitter and answer this question, please. Who is the Cowboys MVP so far this season? Dak Prescott or Ezekiel Elliott? We'll share those results a little later.